couple of things to think about. We've got lots of G rolls, so we can change how we do them. Remember, when it comes to the tap, that's your sort of standard G roll. You can also tap with 2 fingers. I would do that quite a lot up in the 2nd octave. I think it's a nice sound, and also we're getting used to these 2 fingers moving together. So for example, the 2 fingers in the tap. And then what works really nicely, especially down that low octave, is to do a double cut on the G roll. So cut, replace, tap. 1 or 2 fingers for the tap. Practice it slowly. Build up the speed. And then add your tap. Then put it into the tune. So play around with that. We've got lots of C natural notes here, so you can slide for some of them. The key for the slide is that you start the slide with most of that top hole already uncovered. So it's just it's a small raise from a flat C through to an in tune C. If you cover this too much, it's horrible because you end up with the G note. So make sure, practice it slowly, start kind of from here. And then a little trick on this phrase. Could be an opportunity to put in a tongue triplet on the D. We're also talking about just various fingers for cuts. Remember, when you're up in that high D, if you're cutting with this, which is the default finger, for me anyway, you really need to remember to lift that top finger off, because that sounds quite nice. That definitely doesn't. So remember, get used to bringing that top finger up. That will also help then whenever you're doing crams up on that high note. Or if you're doing things like bouncing onto the D. It's a really good practice to get into that habit.